Welcome back, guys.
Hey.
James Hill, founder and CEO of Black Millionaires.
And it's the Chaplain of the Culture, here to expand ideas and grind your gears.
Now, we got a very, very serious topic to start off. And I hate to start off the podcast so dark and so
Yeah.
heavy, but rest in peace to influencer Ashlee Jenae, known to her family and friends as Ashley Robbins, but known to the internet as Ashlee Jenae. She was a lifestyle influencer, um, and she was an interracial dating influencer. So she
Yes.
talked about her experience dating outside of her race as a black woman,
As a young black woman,
young
too.
black woman, and this is really important, as a dark skinned black woman.
Yes.
Because she's real chocolate, right?
Mhm.
So, it
That
might
plays
be
a part.
that
That
plays
plays
a
a
part
part.
in the stereotypes. That plays
Yep.
a part in how she's treated, even in the black culture.
Yes.
And that was a part of what made her go viral. And she's pretty, she's this dark skinned girl getting loved on by these white men or men other than black men.
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
And, there's a pocket on the internet for that. And a lot of people were feeding into that. But unfortunately, the dude she was with, I guess his name is Joe McCannon, or I don't know how to.
John McCann.
I don't know
I don't
how
know
to
how
pronounce
it's
it.
two N's at the end, so it's
Um,
McCann.
But her fiance reportedly claimed she hung herself after they had a big dispute. Now, he never said they had a dispute. The Tanzania police
Are the ones.
are the ones that are coming out with this updated reporting saying that pump the brakes. It may not be what it's claimed to be. So, what else information we got on this situation?
Well, apparently, he found or said something to the family 11 hours after she was already gone.
Right.
So that was already suspicious, like what happened in that 11 hours. And when I read up on the story from what the hotel or the resort claims,
Yeah.
that there was a altercation, they split the couple up. I've never even known that was an option for people. I thought you just got kicked out of places.
Let's get people a little context. So Ashley is turning 31. So
Her
they
birthday.
go out of the country. They go to Tanzania. What is the
Zanzibar, Tanzania?
Zanzibar, Tanzania. I was
Mhm.
thinking of, okay, Zanzibar, Tanzania. They go out of the country for her 31st birthday. So this is all very important. It's her 31st birthday.
Yes.
He decides to propose.
Yes.
They're on vacation. They're out the country for like 10 days or whatever.
I was gonna say.
So she's been out the country since the 3rd, or April 3rd or something.
And she's a lifestyle content creator, so she's documenting the entire process. So we're able to see the proposal.
Yes.
We're able to see the different outfits. We're able to see
Chanel bags.
Yes, we're able to see all of these things unfolding,
Yeah.
almost in real time.
And back to the part where I want you to go back to the part about the dispute.
So what we can't see, right, on Instagram or on these different social platforms is that they had an altercation. And apparently, from what I read, the resort was able to split the couple up.
Yes.
Now, again, I didn't even know that this was, but maybe they paid a lot of money for the resort, so they didn't want to just squander and say you can't stay here.
Right.
So they split the couple up. Now, what I thought was important was that, according to the resort, it was a 8 to 10 minute walk from one hotel or one unit to the other unit.
Right.
So it was like they didn't just split them up like, oh, you're on the 3rd floor and you're on the 4th floor.
That's what I thought at first. But this makes it even worse. If you're on the 3rd floor and the 4th floor, I can understand, okay, we texting and
yeah.
All right, I'm sorry, let me come down there and make it up to you, whatever. No, you got to deliberately walk 10 minutes across
the villa
resort.
or yes. So I think that puts it in perspective too. I think something else that was said was that by the time he said anything,
yes,
she had been passed for 11 hours.
Yes.
So it's like, I don't know I know he made contact with the mom, and he told the mom that she harmed herself.
Yeah.
Ashley had harmed
And
herself.
after the dispute, right? So after they got into this dispute, Ashley goes into her room. He goes into his room. 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes
Years
apart.
apart.
And Ashley calls her mom and say, "Hey, we got into this big argument. They
Right.
split us up. So she was okay.
So she kind of already knows that part.
She's okay, but there were some tensions. I don't know what details she went in and told her mom. That'll be very interesting to hear that call. Through the discovery process of all of this, and then whatever happened between them. It obviously was another dispute that turned violent because he's alleging that she just went into the closet and took her own life. Here's the problem. I watch CSI. I watch Forensic Files. I watch all of this, and I'm just a rational thinker. Now, if you are on the third floor, I'm on the fourth floor, yeah, I can just go down there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're 8 to 10 minutes away, I have to plan to come over there. How did you even get into her room? And the reason you have a separate room is because it was domestic violence. So I don't see the resort letting you in.
Yeah.
The reason we let you out, we took you apart,
Yeah.
it's because it was a domestic dispute.
Yeah.
So how did you find her?
How did you find her? Who let you in? And so she had to be alive.
Yes.
When you came in there. So how do you then discover her before the resort has time to discover her?
Exactly. And then throughout all of this, the worst part of all of this is obviously they're an interracial couple. So it's already tension there with a lot of her followers and people that engage with her content. Then there were a lot of receipts coming up of her saying disparaging things about black men and not liking to date black men, and her whole image and everything she created online was about having mixed. Like she even got a tweet from like 2023 saying, since I was, in fourth grade, I knew I wanted mixed babies. Basically saying she wanted to,
she always wanted to be in an interracial relationship.
She always wanted to be in an interracial relationship. And you know me, I always say I don't have no problem with somebody choosing to date who they want, because when it's the flip side, when a white girl is dating a black man and everybody's going off on him, this, that, and the third, I have no issue with that. My issue with black people in general, men or women, is just because you are dating somebody out of your race does not mean you put down the other race and say, okay, I'm dating this Asian woman. Asian women are so much better than black women. Or I'm dating this white man. White men are so much better than black men. And it's like, she did have a lot of disparaging comments about not wanting black men not being the catch, black men being bums. And now it's a lot of black men in the comments, rest in preference. Oh, you thought that white man was going to do that? And I'm just like, I hate every time something. This happens like 2 to 3 times a year.
I was going to say.
There was a couple other dudes.
It was definitely a couple other dudes that made the headlines because.
And they white girl killed them.
Yeah. And they had very disparaging. Here's the thing. The difference here is that as a dark-skinned woman in the black community, there is so much colorism that the black community still feeds into. I could see a 4th grader, a 9-year-old already hating her skin.
Well, when you black and you young like that, people let you know it, man. Like you. I'm
trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. I can, and so the type of, and we say the same thing about black men who just, intentionally date outside their race because they don't find any desirability in black skin and don't look at black beauty in the same way they look at other beauty. It is a self-hate. Yes. But the difference, I think, is that hers might have came from the outside, putting her down.
Does that matter, though?
I think it's a problem. It's a problem.
I think it's in general. I guess my question is, does that matter if... Like, let me give you an example. Let's say I had a girl I was dating from high school sweetheart, black woman. She broke my heart, cheated on me, slept with my best friend, whatever. I have a legitimate reason to not like black women now.
No, you have a legitimate reason not to like her.
Exactly, but my point is, you're saying her situation might be different because maybe she got picked on when
There
she
might be
was younger.
several people,
Several.
the
Okay,
environment and the culture
so
that we're born into
I
in the
guess
black community.
so. Just because people picked on you when you was younger, that doesn't give you a good reason to now be online making your whole personality about I hate black men and ha I'm the prize. I'm with this white
No,
man.
I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm saying that a reason to do that would be because if you're ostracized from the group, you're always being told, not just from when you were little, when you're in high school, and then when you're in college, that, oh, you're pretty for a dark skinned woman, or like you get less attention than all the other girls. But like, why is
No,
that?
I understand. No, I understand what you're saying. I guess my issue with it is no matter where black man, white black woman, no matter where your anger comes from, and it might be legitimate. You might have been picked on. You might. Be, I think it's still no excuse to make your whole personality
Yeah, I would say that.
About the other
Shaming.
shaming black women or
Shaming.
shaming black men. I don't care if a black woman broke your heart or they used to call you ugly and broke when you was a kid or whatever reason. It's just like how people get just how like they say like statistics that a lot of people who mess with kids were messed with as a kid.
Yes.
That don't give you
The right to be a pedophile.
I'm not giving you a pass
Yeah.
just because you own that or something happened to you and you were a victim.
Yeah.
You need to go get some therapy. You need to
Yeah.
love yourself. And if you decide to date out of your race, don't make it about I chose this white dude and now I'm making my whole personality about not choosing the black guy. That's what I think the problem is.
I see what you're saying. You're saying like this one injustice does not like substantiate being unjust to another group of people. And I understand that
a group you don't even know or you have never
you know.
You don't know that because there might be the black men that were around you that did this and that did that. You can't paint with a large brush because somebody did something to you, and I think that's a big issue. That's a big issue. Just like how they try to paint black women as they're gold diggers and they're this and they're that. And I'm like, bruh, you think this black woman is a gold digger because she asking you to step up and take care of your kids and pay some child support.
Yeah.
That white woman is going to take your half of your 401k. She's going to take alimony for the rest of her life. But you don't think she's a gold digger.
No.
So I tell men this and I tell women this, and I primarily speak to men. Obviously, I let you have the conversation about, speaking to women. I like to speak directly to men. So like the men, the guy that got killed by the two dudes.
Remember it was two. I was going to say it was
two. Just got killed by their white girlfriend. I was the same with them. When they died, people was all in their comments, rest in preference. Black women was in there laughing at them. I said, that is crazy. Why are y'all even doing that? That's crazy language.
I think.
But when the shoe's on the other foot.
I think the problem here is, and this is as somebody who has always strictly dated like heterosexual black men, right?
Yeah.
I will always say that like heterosexual black men need help, like need a lot of work, right? Because I have intimate experience with heterosexual black men.
Correct.
I think so. I think the issue is, and because I'm chaplain of culture, there are certain statistics that we can look at to like paint that picture that doesn't have to be that broad brush. Basically, what I'm saying is this: the problem is looking at colorism and then blaming black men or black women when it's really a cultural construct that everyone needs to divest from. There's not one particular group that is responsible. We as a collective need to divest from colorism, both in the self-hate manner and in the like, oh, well, I only date mixed girls type manner.
And okay, so I agree with what you just said, and I agree with the foundation you set. Like, you've only dated heterosexual black men, so you have a different experience versus myself. I've only dated heterosexual black women. So that's why I understand how some of the things that they do might be different from the way you view them. So let me give you an example. I think a big problem with that a lot of black women have is that a lot of black women want to be desired and chosen by everybody. They want to be accepted by everybody, right? So when three black men say, "You beautiful, you look great, can I take you out?" Whatever, whatever. They don't care about that. They care about the other 97 that are saying, "Oh, I don't like black women. I don't like dark skinned girls. I don't like to." It's like that is the only black women are the only group that I know of. Because I mean, all these other groups, I honestly don't really care that much.
Yeah.
But also,
black people be minding their business.
I haven't really experienced that much. But I know a big problem with black women is if they're walking down the hallway, one guy says, "You're beautiful." Hey, they look at them. Okay, that's good. But if the other dudes don't look, they make it. They take that as like they take that personal.
Like the other dudes saying, like the other black dudes,
like not desiring them is rejection, and they take that personal, and it's not. You only should want to marry one person, so you only need to be desired by one person. Like even think about Aisha Curry when she was saying, "I want to be desired by the guy at the gas station." Why? You got Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
That is something that a lot. I don't know what it is about black women, but that's something that a lot of black women struggle with.
I think,
and they voice their opinion on that.
I think you're right in the sense. I think you're right, but for the wrong reasons. Like, yes, I feel like when you got the one dude who loves you, who wants to take care of you, why does it matter that 99 other guys don't? But what matters is you are looking at me as less than because of whatever the case, because I'm black, because I have curly hair. Because
does that matter? It's just like if you have a job and your job is treating you correct, but the other jobs would possibly treat you wrong. Well, they not you don't work there, so
based on what though? See, that's the problem. If I'm working at a job and they're treating me right and da 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 da, and I could work somewhere else, and I know they would treat me badly because I have 4C hair and I'm discernibly black.
I
have full lips and I have but that bothers me because I should not have to live in a world where I'm looked at as being able to like disrespect.
But that's
like I'm disrespectable because you wouldn't do it to a girl with straight hair.
Okay, but let me put it this way. I'm short. It's a lot of women that make jokes and make it clear that they will never date a short dude. They hate short dudes. Ha ha ha! I never date you. Oh, whatever. Okay, that doesn't offend me. I just date women that would date a dude that's short. I don't get mad when a woman says, "I want a dude that is 6 feet." I'm not 6 feet, so I wouldn't want to be with you. You're cool. You the homie. I'm good. But black women, if a man says, "I only like black women that wear their natural hair," black women will get in his comments and say, "You hate your mama because she has on a wig." I never said nothing to you, lady. I said I like women that wear their natural hair, and you went off on me because you're wearing a wig. That is what I'm saying. Black women take stuff personal when it doesn't even matter to them. You're dating this white man. Who cares what black men do? And if black men are cheap, and if black men, you're dating a white man, you should be okay dating him. I think that's the issue.
I think you're right. People who are in interracial relationships, look at Zara Smith or Nara Smith. Yeah. I'm sorry. She loves being where she's at. Nobody she's never said anything about.
You ain't even got to say nothing.
No, she's never. And people feel like. Some people feel like Nara Smith is simping for her white man or whatever. Like you're doing.
But ain't she like mixed though?
She's discernibly black. That's the point. Like whether she's mixed or not, like you look at her and you see a black woman. So whatever else, it doesn't matter.
When I seen her, I didn't know what she was. I ain't gonna lie.
I knew she was black when I seen her.
I knew she had a little something people of color in her. I knew she wasn't 100% white woman, but
please.
I knew she had something.
Now she looked like a person of color. Anyway.
She's the definition of person of color. If you look that up in the definition, she will pop up.
But some people had a problem with her relationship because they felt like she was being too much, especially as a black woman. You're in this domestic servitude role.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean? But she loves it there. So to your point, I can see that. Like, if you love it there where you are, then love it
But
there
but,
where you are.
but I guess the problem is the the difference between her and then this young lady is she never goes on there and say why I'm not dating black men. It's like, no, I'm just serving my husband. I'm just serving whoever I'm dating. Y'all don't know who I'm dating. Oh, he happens to be white. That's cool. And then when situations like this happen, a lot of black men look at this and say, you've been sending shots at men,
Yeah.
black men for the rest of your...
Here's the thing. A black man could have did the same thing.
Exactly. And this is what I was about to... That's exactly
Like
the
what you was
same
gonna
point I was
say.
going to get to. And this was... I was going to use a hood analogy. A lot of people, like myself, I grew up in the hood, right? A lot of people that grow up in the hood that are not like gangsters and criminals and all that, one of the things they're scared of their own. They're scared of the YNs that be at the gas station. They think they're going to get robbed by the YN at the gas station. Well, getting robbed by the YN at the gas station might be, okay, you might lose a couple $100, you get slapped upside the head, lose your shoes, whatever. Okay, if you make it out of that, you make it out alive. Okay. But the white man in the tux that work at that law firm with a corner office is going to rob your entire 401k, rob your entire stock portfolio, rob your business, rob all your savings, and you're not scared of him. So what I be saying is a lot of times people, their emotions and their energy is displaced. She should have been focused on protecting herself and focused on dating who she was dating instead of making content and comments about black men. You're not dating a black man. So, and I say the same thing about these dudes that get a white girl. And think about a lot of black men.
That's not the same.
A lot of y'all don't even be getting fine white girls. So we're not even gonna talk about that. But y'all get these white girls and y'all make all your content about why you hate dating black women. But bro, you're not with a black woman.
But black men are desired by black women, and so that's why I think it's just like you're doing too much at this point. Like, not
what you mean black men?
Black men don't have the same colorism context in their desirability. Sometimes the darker you are, the finer you are. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, so it's like it's the idea that you are desired by the black community. You are desired by the women in your black community. Shit, you desired
black
by
women are desired as well.
Yes, however, there is a component to your desirability. There's a hierarchy to it in a way that there's not with. You could be with an Aaron Pierre and be and everybody be like, "Damn, look at Aaron Pierre." Or you could be with a Damson
y'all just don't take rejection well.
Damson Idris or whatever.
Yeah.
And the same black women who are going to fangirl over Aaron are the same black women who are going to fangirl over Damson Idris. Now, the problem is you have your Lori Harveys where all the black men are, oh my God, Lori Harvey, da 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 da. But then you have your Ryan Skies or your Sky Jacksons and then you don't see the same Lori Harvey and rap songs and this and that.
I know, but you're making my point. My point is, yes, a lot of men or people in general desire Lori Harvey, and a lot of people like her. But if Sky Jackson is not trying to be Lori Harvey all up in the video naked doing this, that, and the third, why should she have an issue? She should be desired by, she got a boyfriend. You're desired by this one dude. Okay, that should be enough. And my problem with a lot of black women is y'all base your emotions and how you feel personally about yourself based on if multiple men desire you. And
can you admit that you can't relate though? Like you can't relate to the hierarchy because it doesn't exist.
Why do y'all want to be desired?
You.
Why do y'all have to be desired by multiple men?
Why do we have to be put down by anybody?
Everybody get put down. That's the world.
But
put me down.
But black women are put down in a way that other women are not. That's the problem.
But you shouldn't care though. Y'all should have enough confidence in yourself that you don't care that this person thinks you ugly because you know you're not ugly.
But at the end of the day, you don't have that. You don't.
And she's not ugly though.
No, obviously she's beautiful. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, black men who don't understand because they they don't get it. Like, you don't get the same treatment because nobody looks at you and say, "Oh, you're handsome for a brown skinned man." Like,
No, people do, but we get looked at in different ways. People look at black men as criminals. You can just be you.
But
You ain't
that's
did.
but
You ain't
that's
did.
also a problem.
But I know that's a problem. But y'all don't get looked at as criminals.
But I would be able to say that is a problem, and you should push back on
But I'm
being looked at as a criminal. She's pushing back on being looked at as non-desirable.
But I don't think no black men was saying this woman was non-desirable. That's a bad argument for her. I can see if it was Respucia or one of the, like, it was somebody that was unattractive. No, black men see her and they desire her. She made her content about not desiring or wanting to be with a black man, and did that by highlighting being with this guy. So although I do not like when people be rest in preference, that you was with the white man, you thought white house was colder and all that. While I don't support any of that, because I don't support it on either side, because black women do it the same to black men when they're running around with a white girl and then they get hurt or she take all their money and they laughing at them. So either side,
especially when she takes
either side, I don't like it. But my point is she could have easily just made her content just be about her lifestyle and living it up. But when you making all these comments about how black men, like, you basically hate black men and this and that, and you will never date them and this and that, like, okay, you're dating somebody else. Why would you make your content about who you wouldn't date when you are actually dating somebody?
Right.
That's the part that, yeah, maybe I am disconnected. I just don't get it. Why would you do that? Why would you make your content about hating black men and you have a white man? Or why would you make your content about hating black women when you're dating a white girl, or whatever, vice versa, whatever?
Would you feel better if it was just about hating men in general?
Sure.
Yeah.
I can feel that.
Okay.
Yeah, if you just saying, because I mean, girls do that all the time. Mm-hmm. They make their content centered on hating men, but that still is stupid to me, because you can easily make your content on empowering women. Makes.
And that's what I'm saying.
Because I don't like men that make their content on hating women. I hate them type of men.
Yeah.
I hate that type of content.
I think it's very trashy. I do. My thing is with this is a sad story. He could have very well been a black man. He could have very well been a Asian man or an Indian man, Hispanic man. The point is, there's way too much intimate partner violence and domestic violence, and we have to really be intentional about fixing that, because these stories, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter her content, like identity or his identity, is the idea that this girl was 31 years old celebrating her birthday.
I don't think she took her life. I'm sorry.
I don't think she took her life.
And now
either.
The family is doing a GoFundMe. They're trying to raise money for an investigation. So we're gonna keep you guys updated on it. I mean, it's a sad story. I hate men that make content about hating women. I hate men that make content about hating black women or dating outside their race and doing all. I just think, as a man, bro, like, just do what you say you gonna do. Like, that's the epitome of being a man. If you gonna date, if you date white girls, I got friends that date white girls. I know they date white girls, but they wouldn't be my friend if they made their personality about not dating black women.
Yeah,
it's a difference between dating one woman, or dating a type of woman, and shitting on somebody who. It would be just like this. Like, for example, you went to Ivy League school, right? You don't make your personality about shitting on people who went to lower schools than you.
No, I mean, I've gone to non-Ivy League schools too.
But that's what but you went to good schools.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
But I'm saying, imagine if you made your content in your life about
like this elitist type of content. Like, I'm better than people.
I'm better than you.
You have to go to community college first, and
right.
blah, blah, blah. No, that would not.
That'll be ridiculous. thank you guys for watching. In order to continue to support independent journalism, I need you to subscribe to our page below. And also, if you want the full podcast and more exclusive content, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Link is in the description.